Fultoncards here, live and direct from Brooklyn, New York City. Let's go from me today, 2025-26 Upper Deck, Detroit Red Wings. Hopefully it's king. Before we get into break, check out Puckly for my detailed rundown and rating of what will be SP game used once I get it up, including your value analysis score, group A strategy, and all the intel you need. Use the discount code Dryden for a 6% rebate if you subscribe to the monthly plan. Links in the description. So let's get into it. Configuration, cards per pack, 15 packs per tin, 135 cards total, 16 tins per case, base set 1 through 100. Then you have the Hall of Famers, trophy winners, captains, team leaders, retired numbers, all the way up to 200. Parallels include your Cougar prints to 1926 and your Centennials to 100. So within a box break, expect your 2 autos, 15 inserts, 2 insert parallels, 12 Cougar parallels to 1926, and 30 base set short prints. So with regard to your mems, look for the Motor City materials, which are 1 in 6, so it's 25% chance. Motor City premiums to 25 or less, big ticket to 15 or less, Take a Seat Joe Louis to 13, and the Take a Seat Olympias to 10. So with Puckly AI, once again, auto-generated this awesome autos table. Take a look, Octopus Inks, 1 in 15, so 100% of the time. Look for the inscription 35, the duels, and the trips. Base red auto parallels, 1 in 18, so 83% of the time. To look for the short prints. Hockeytown hero autos, 1 in 80, so that's about 19% of the time. Stanley Town signatures, 1 in 120, so that's 12.5% of the time. Leaving the South, 1 in 240, 6% of the time. Again, look for all your short prints. Everybody from the 313 is 1 in 240, so that's 6% as well. And the smash hit autos, 1 in 360. 4% of the time, I'm looking for the cut sigs to 1, 2, 3. There's a Glenn Hall in there, and crazily, insanely, product hit. There is a Terry Sawchuk auto, even though he died in 1970. So look for that. Look for your Take a Seat Joe Louis to 5, and your big ticket auto. And Gordie Howe appears on the autos checklist, I think 7 times, but let's get into it. There are some players who don't have autos or only have cut autos. Fedorov, Sawchuk, as I mentioned. Alex Del Vecchio, he died in 2025. Guys like that, right? Red Kelly, who died in 2019. Ted Lindsay died in 2019. Konstantinov only has a cut auto. Slava Fedosov does not have an auto. So there are a couple players who don't have autos, so be mindful of that. So let's get into it, guys. What a treat these Centennial sets are. These cards are a bit lighter than the Blackhawks, obviously and evidently, because they play off of red and white. So you have Pia Sudas to start us off, and there are the backs of the cards. There's Zetterberg, Chevalday. There's the Sid Abel. So these are the retired numbers. You'll see a lot of these short prints as we go. There's the Pavel Datsyuk. He does have a short print auto within here, by the way. And there is a Hockeytown Heroes, and you will see guys like Bernie Fedorko, Rogie Vachon, Daryl Sittler, guys who played for a minute, right? There is the Hall of Fame. So I believe these are the parallels, right? These gray parallels, unless I'm mistaken. I think they are, right? Yeah, to 1926 print run. There's Joey Kosher. He has an auto within the set as well. So some of the short print autos are the Scotty Bowman, the Norm Ullman, the Gordie Howe, of course, the Brad Park, Luke Robitaille, Eiserman, Lidstrom, Hasek, Zetterberg, Dion, Bachon, Curtis Joseph. They all have short prints. Autos. Daryl Sittler has a short print auto within the set. So let's continue on here. We have Ray Whitney. These are just beautiful looking cards. There is Coach Gallant. There's Paul Coffey, Hall of Fame, as well as the Jimmy Howard team leaders. And we have a Patrick Kane here. What a cool looking card this is. What a beautiful looking card this is. I love the blue. So that's the 313, I'm guessing, is what it is. So that is certainly an insert. There's the Marty Lapointe parallel, and look at the Matthew Dandino gold. So there you go, number to 100. So it is in fact one of the parallels. Very cool. So the Centennials are to 100. The Cougars, which was the name of the team way back when, are to 1926. I think the team was called the Falcons and then the Red Wings, and prior to that it was the Cougars. So there you go. You have Johnny Ogrodnik. I mean, really cool looking cards. I love these sets. And there's the Daryl Sittler. Wow. I think he played his last season with them, did he not? Pavel Datsyuk, so trophy winners. And there's the Hall of Fame card, Brendan Shanahan. And we do have a Believing in the South Detroit. This is a Moritz Sider, so this is a really cool looking insert. Very, very flashy inserts here. Nikki Lidstrom, so that's a Cougars card, print run to 1926. And there is the Ed Jackamine. So that is awesome seeing him. Now, a lot of you guys note that I very often say Vizina or Vizina as opposed to Vesna. And that's because growing up in Quebec, that's how we pronounced it. The French way was really Vizina, but he's from Chicoutimi, Quebec, and sometimes they eat their syllables and they say Vizna as well. So over time, it's shifted, and as the sport has grown, people now say Vezina because of the Vezina Trophy more than they say Vizina, but they're both actually accurate. It's just a shifting of the pronunciation over time. There's Alex Del Vecchio, and there is a trophy winners of Gordie Howe. It would be the Art Ross. Look at that. And there's Brendan Shannon, Hockey Heroes. I mean, I'm loving it. So these are the Cougar parallels. There's Mike Foligno, Dennis Hextall, Brad May, a lot of old school players, Ray Shepard. So according to my math, once again, if you look at my table, there are over 200% odds of hitting an auto. So you can potentially hit a 3 auto box, which would be amazing. There's Luc Robitaille, Kosa, it's nice to see him in here. And there's the Terry Sawchuk Hall of Fame inductee, 1971, so that's the year after he passed. Trophy winners, that's a King Clancy, as well as a Mike Foligno Hockey Heroes, Hockeytown Heroes. And there is Sid Abel. And Sid Abel, by the way, I think he has a cut auto unless I'm mistaken. And we have an auto here. So we have a base parallel auto, so we'll see who we have. There's Mike Vernon, and behind the Sid Abel, auto time, guys. Heart-signed autos. And we have an old school player, so that bodes well. And I think because he was in Legends, is this not Stemkowski? And look at that. Not the nicest auto for an old school player, but look at that. 6870, Pete Stemkowski auto. Off the hop, an old school player. Still alive, by the way, in his 80s. And I think you guys probably remember him a little bit better with the Rangers, maybe even the Leafs. I think he was in the Leafs Centennial. There's Reed Larson, captain's card. Jimmy Carson, Hockeytown Heroes, and another Jimmy Carson here. And look at the old D. Isn't that nice? Maltby, Larionov, as well as Larry Murphy. And in terms of the inscriptions, Tiger has his penalty minutes. Bill Ranford's in the set. Brad Park's in the set. They all have inscriptions. Cujo has an inscription. Johnny Busick's in this set, actually, and he has an inscription. So really good stuff, man. There's another Gordie Howe. Love to hit him, but it'd be a sticker auto. Really, really low numbering. Stevie Y team leaders, so that would be shorthanded goals. And another one of these bad boys, the 313, and it's Darren McCarty, as well as Marcel Dion. He's looking like the Beaver right there, the little Beaver. What is this one? Oh, we have a red. I assume 1 per tin. So there's Sid Abel. And what is this red one? It almost looks like a Marvel card. And oh, cool. So it's Simon Edmondson. Very nice, contemporary. What a good looking card. That's wicked. All right, still guaranteed another auto. We should also receive a relic. So Patty Kane, Tiger Williams, Stevie Y, the Hall of Fame card of the Big M, who has an inscription Big M as well. Gallant, a parallel here of Ned Mansky, as well as Alex Del Vecchio, just passed fairly recently, Paul Coffey and Stu Grimson. Marco Casper, Adam Oates, Nick Livett, as well as Adam Oates inducted into the Hall of Fame. There's another one, the Believing in South Detroit, Patty Kane, Andrew Kopp parallel, Ronick, Brad Park, love seeing him. He has an inscription as well. Norm Ullman. Danny DeKaiser, who's born in Michigan, by the way. Philip Fula, look at this, the Henrik Zetterberg. I love it, and that would be with the Conn Smythe Trophy. I have him in the background twice over. Glenn Hall, who only has a cut auto number to 3 within set. This here, these are the smash hits. So these are tough guys, right? Stevie Y, and we have another auto here, and I think I can already guess who it is. Yeah, Cam Talbot, Andrew Kopp, and I think we just saw this card, did we not? So this is a base parallel auto, and it is in fact Danny DeKaiser. So I was just saying, he's a local Michigan boy. He was undrafted, but had a really nice career. Albeit, I mean, not too flashy considering the fact that he was a D, right? But certainly beloved. So really interesting thus far. Very interesting. Gordie Howe, Nyquist, Stevie Y looking like he wants to murder someone. Another Gordie Howe. How nice would it be to poach a Howe auto? Ted Lindsay, who has passed. He passed in 2019. Cam Talbot parallel. Jimmy Carson. Mike Foligno, as well as the Marty Lapointe. I know some people who play with Marty Lapointe in Quebec, if I remember correctly. All right, continuing on here, we have McCarty, Paul Isabart, and the Darryl Sittler Hall of Fame card, inducted 89. Ted Lindsay Captain's card, Hockeytown Heroes, and look at the Ed Jackamine, that is wicked. So that he was inducted in 87. I saw a movie recently of him where I think they pelted him with hot dogs during his first outing because he had such a bad outing, his first ever, and that would have been in New York, of all places. You can imagine that. As well as the Keith Primo, who also has a short print auto. Still looking for our relic, and could this be it? I'm not sure. We'll see in a second here. Scotty Bowman has a short print. Sider and Chris Draper, as well as Ted Lindsay Hall of Fame card. Another one of these 313s, so that would be Stevie Y. Norm Ullman, and a smash. Oh, wow, a third auto. A third auto. We just hit the Darren McCarty third auto. I did calculate out the odds, and they do appear to have multiple autos more than 200%. So that is really interesting. A 3 auto box or tin will certainly take it. A smash hits Tough Guy, and they have a vinyl record. If that isn't a throwback, I don't know what is. There's the Johnny Busick. He is in this set and does have an inscription. Rogie Vachon's would be his first win at the Joe, was his inscription, I believe. Interestingly, Chris Osgood, JT Comper, Dan Cleary. I can't believe how many autos we're hitting. This is awesome. Stevie Y once again. So yeah, maybe the collation is really good, whereby you either hit 2 decent autos or you hit 3 average ones. Another one of these, Dylan Larkin, so that's a beauty as well. The Marcel Dion, in every photo he looks like a different person. Bernie Federico, also within the product, and Cujo, who certainly has an auto. He has an inscription of 454 wins. I guess we didn't hit a jersey, we had 3 autos instead. We'll take it. Brad Park, Cronwell, Kozlov, Abdulkader, Schneider, also one-time Hab, Edvinson, Norm Ullman, Hall of Famers, that would be 82. Ray Shepard, team leader, so that would have been shooting percentage, and Matthew Schneider. I think he was in Hampstead or NDG when he was in Montreal. I think that's where he lived. So that's basically it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will show you this one in the background. It was one that I did hit on my channel. There's a story behind it as well. And I can flash up the Smash Hits Auto Parallel Checklist. It's 1 in 360, so that's like 4% of the time, really 1% per name. Only 5 names on that checklist: Kosher, Abdulkader, McCarty, Larson, and Lapointe. Obviously the base ones would have Bob Probert, but he's passed. Once again, I can flash on screen the autos odds as sourced by Puckley. Really cool. So you see there are, I think, something like 230, 40, 50% chance at an auto. That's why we received an extra auto. And interestingly, I think the base materials are lesser than 100%. And do check out Puckley for my detailed rundown and rating of SP Game Used. Should be up sometime next week once I've actually conceived and devised it. And if you want to see my community post on Vesna, you can. I did post that earlier today with a poll, and I think it's shifting. It used to always be Vezina. When I was a kid it was, and then it's shifted obviously to Vesna with the Vesna Trophy in the States. Hope you enjoyed that. Do me honor, sub-liking, hashtag, and drive Fultoncards live and direct from a place called Brooklyn, New York City.
Right on.